No, I would call that a mechanical dictation, which of course no one in the mainstream of the church, and I don't know of any groups currently in North America that would hold to a kind of mechanical writing, as if the Spirit of God picked up the writer's hands and it was going along. He looked over to see what it was and was just amazed at it. And if you were to interview him, allegedly he would say, beats me, I'm only non-prophet, I'm just a prophet writing this text, or as if the Spirit of God whispered to him and said, St. Peter, propitiation. And he says, propitiation, how do you spell it? And then that would be mechanical. I think that's very, very mechanical. But I don't think that's what we're after at all. There is the use of the free, creative gifts that God placed in the writer, sometimes before his birth, so that the kind of education he had, the kind of vocabulary, the kinds of experiences that went into it, the kind of context that he had, God shaped all of this. And that is not to say, therefore, that it is mechanical. Some say, well, if it's like the sunlight, the pure sun of God, which shines through a stained glass window, won't the pure sun that comes from God, won't that be refracted and bent? Because we're not getting pure sunlight once it comes through a stained glass window. And I think the answer is, no, it won't be bent or misshaped from what God intended if the one who built the sunshine is the same one who built the stained glass window, in this case the prophet or apostle. So God prepared these men before their birth so that actually the words that they said are just like what you would expect John to say. If you met John, you would expect him to say words like whosoever, and God so loved the world, and that God gave his only begotten Son. You would say, that sounds like John. I know him, I know it, that's his verbiage. And yet, it's exactly what God wanted to say, because he built the stained glass window as well as sent the revelation of his word, the sunshine, through the writer. So I think both have to be affirmed.